I don't want to use John Morant because John Morant is like a bad example. Ooh. All right. Um, Brees Hall.
Okay, very relevant for today.
Okay, so you seen how uh the Jets essentially they basically said, all right, we tanking. Like we see where we at, and we need to be in the QB market, and we need to find a way to be in at least top three position for a QB, right? At least top two.
Yeah,
I think the Jets are saying if we can get top two with Tennessee, we'll be all right.
yeah.
All right. So once they came to that conclusion, they started trading folks, right? Sauce Gardner, which I threw my fucking phone when I was watching TV and saw that. And when you saw the price, I was I almost like, well, Goody, why couldn't you? Then I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of the deal we made earlier this year for. Never mind. Anyway, they trade Quinn Williams. They trade Sauce Gardner. Then you start hearing there's one more person who's been secretly been trying to get out and nobody will let him go. Brees Hall. That is how I feel. It's like you. It's like when you tell. It's like telling your employer, telling someone that you work with that, like, yo, I could be used over here. Like telling the team, yo, I could be used over here,
Hmm.
like over there. It's like fuck Brees Hall. AJ Brown. He did not get traded today. But let's just say the rumors were true that AJ Brown had a problem the way y'all was not throwing me the ball. We winning games or losing games, but regardless, I should be touching the ball.
I can feel where you're coming from.
So in a way, it's like, okay, we're successful here. Like this, you know my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. I know
We're
what you're talking about.
successful here. Things are rolling. Uh, Either put me somewhere where I'm gonna get my touches, or move somebody else so I can get my touches. But what we doing right now,
Not
matter of
working.
fact, what like Joel Embiid said, I could have stayed at my fucking house and did that, and I'm feeling them. What do you do in that situation? Like, what do you do in that
Mm, it's tricky. Excuse me. It's tricky, right? Because you just can't go ask for a trade. Because I too feel like I am in a similar. Nah. I'm in a different situation. But I've been where you've been. You know what I did? I got dirt on my boss and used it as leverage to get what I want.
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I don't.
And when I say get dirt, they were wilding in an email, and I was like, "That's the golden ticket. That's it. Let's
Oh,
ca-
you got to hit him
let's
with that. I can't do this anymore. This makes me feel.
Yep, cash that motherfucker. Let's go." And I did.
I remember that now. I
Yeah,
remember that
yeah,
now. I
yeah.
do
I
remember
cashed
that.
that moment. Get me up out of here.
Man,
So now you
it's
just
like one
got
of those.
this thing catching a while, and that's all.
But it's also like one of those things. Like, what if you went to the front office and the GM before, and you told them the grievances or something like that in a very like, I'm still for the team, but this is what I'm looking to do, and they were kind of like, "Got you, we got you." And then when it was time for them to have you,
Hmm.
they said, "Nah." It's like, all right, y'all playing in my face now.
Yeah, now they talking like GMs for real, for real. That's real corporate talk. That's real GM talk right there.
And that's where it goes back to, well, you know what I mean? I could have just stayed home. Like, I could have just stayed home. Like, what was I don't
You
know,
know, you could start talking to other teams,
trying to. But
drum up your own market.
I've tried to. I'm at about let's just say I've talked to about 65 to 70 teams.
Okay, how's that working?
You heard it last week before we got on the show.
It's a big league.
Very big league. But you it's
I
not
know,
at the same time.
and I know you've reached out to former GMs that you've worked for.
But you know what? But see, there's silver lining in everything, right? At least you can try. So, like Joel Embiid said, I can stay home and do all that. And you know what? One day, you know what I said? If I stayed home and worked on my game, per se, what would happen? Who would miss me? So I tried it. Guess what?
Everyone missed you.
No, the opposite. So it's
No
like,
one.
okay. So that alone solidified everything that I was basically saying. It's like, okay, it's all right. All right. Yeah.
I would say keep working the phones. That's what Howie would do. Keep working the phones.
He was working them phones, wasn't
He was doing something.
he? You know, well, let me intro this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for being here. You already know, ladies and gentlemen, when you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix, joined every Tuesday by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. And welcome to Speak On It, episode 203. Danny, how we doing, brother?
I'm doing great. If we have time at the end, I have a story that might make you laugh a little bit that happened to me this weekend.
Well, let's start out with it before we get into the NFL, because I feel like we're gonna have a lot to talk about in the NFL. And then after your story, I do want to talk about the World Series before, because I feel like we're gonna talk a lot of football.
The world. Yeah, we need to talk about that World Series.
Yeah.
So Sunday, my parents came down. It was a nice day. Like we went to church together, went to lunch together, came back to the house. And my parents are older. They got to go to the bathroom. So there's a bathroom downstairs. So my mom's like, oh, before we leave, let me go use the bathroom. She pee. Cool. And my dad was like, yeah, me too. Everything was good. They left. Life was great. I had to go to the bathroom. I go an hour later to the bathroom. Guess what happened?
Clogged?
It wasn't clogged. And they weren't in. They were not in there long enough to clog it. I flushed the toilet, and the fucking handle broke.
Okay. All right. The handle broke. Now look, how was the handle before they went to the bathroom?
Fine. It was perfectly fine.
All right, so now listen. My boy walked into that bathroom, flushed that toilet, handle came off, and he said, "Nah, no goddamn well, I didn't do this."
That's exactly what I said. I've been living in this house for 6 years. Toilet handle been fine.
Woke up this morning, toilet handle still fine.
I was up in here this morning using it, fine. So I had to go to Home Depot, had to buy a new handle, had to install it. So after I did that, then the flush valve stopped working. So then I was like, fuck this. We're not using this bathroom tonight. So yesterday I was off, had to go back to Home Depot and replace the flush valve. The toilet is working just fine. But I have to call and ask them, I don't know how. Like, how did y'all, almost it didn't work, break my toilet handle? How did that happen?
See, you better than me, because they wouldn't have left that house. No, they wouldn't have got far on that trip without me calling. Hey,
here's the thing.
You gotta hit them with the. What? You see how the voice go up?
Yeah,
did one of y'all break the toilet handle?
But here's the thing. They paid for lunch though, right? And the lunch was way more expensive than the handle and the flush valve combined, right? So I want to be like tripping. But I still want to know, how did y'all break the handle?
Like, which one of y'all heavy-handed motherfuckers just said, fuck?
Yeah, who was like, fuck this?
Yeah,
like, it's just pee.
Man. So what's up, Kyle and Bam? Kyle says toilets ? So we never stop talking about the Jets. Oh, Kyle, we're about to talk about them. But before we talk about the Jets, let's talk about the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. My brother, now, I think when we last left here last week, they had just started. This is the crazy part. Last week during our show, game 3 or 4, whatever. Game 3 or 4 had just started. Mm-hmm. That game didn't end until I went to bed that night.
And I had been asleep.
Yeah, and the Dodgers were then up 3-2.
I think so.
The series was tied 2-2.
Yeah, the
series was tied 2-2. Very next game, which was the very next day, the Blue Jays, they just take it to them. Like, straight take it to them. Now they're up 3-2, going back to the Rogers Center in Toronto with an opportunity to close this out in front of their people.
I mean, they were in LA for game.
That last game they lost, they were in LA. It went 2-3-2.
Okay, yeah. So game 6 is in LA, game 5 is in Toronto. You were correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So game 6, Toronto has an opportunity to close this one out.
Yeah.
The problem, Yoshi Yamamoto was pitching that night. Full game. Took it to him. Dealing. Straight dealing. All right, cool.
That was Friday night.
Yes, that was Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then, no, that might have been Saturday night because they had to have a travel day since it went from LA to Toronto. So it might have been Saturday night.
No, the game 6 and 7 were back to back because Yamamoto pitched.
You're right. It was. So that was Friday night. That was Friday night. So then we get the two best words in sports. Game 7. World Series. All on the line. Remember, we're coming off the the NBA Finals. 7 games.
7 games.
Now, y'all heard me mention the WNBA Finals. That was an ass kicking from start to finish. We don't need to go there. But that was still some good games. We get to game 7. Blue Jays come out hot. And I'm sitting here like, okay, Canada, okay, Toronto. I was telling my boy Drew, who really knows baseball, really big into baseball. I was like, y'all like the way I like the way the Blue Jays play ball. They put pressure on you. They just consistently get contact, get on base, always in scoring position. I'm like, I like that. They're like to me in football, they're like the team that just runs the ball. Like a really good running team that everyone kind of knows they're going to run the ball and you just can't stop them. You're just sitting there like, fuck, another first down. Another first down.
The Colts of this year?
The Colts of this year. Let's go with that. They're just like, damn, again and again. Then somewhere in there, the Dodgers just start chipping away. Solo homer here. Solo homer here. Big defensive stop here. Big defensive stop there. And now things tied and we're going to extra innings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is a play. Honestly, depending on what fan base that you're for, you thought that man was either for sure out at home plate or there's no way they stole one from the Blue Jays. There's 2 ways to look at it. Now, when I saw the play happen, because I was eating dinner, you're right. This is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm eating dinner when that play happens, and I'm saying I don't know if he's out. I literally said to the people I was watching it with in this little Mexican restaurant, I literally said, I don't know if he's out. But there's no way the league office is going to let this game end on that. You just can't. That's like ending.
Really? I thought that would be the perfect way.
No, that's like no. If he would have been safe easily, no, then I'm like, okay, makes sense. But with a review like that, I'm sitting there. I'm like, they're not going to let Game 7 of the World Series end like that. That's like ending Game 7 of the NBA Finals off free throws. Fuck that. No.
Really?
Or ending an NFL or ending an NFL game in a tie. Thank you, Las Vegas Raiders. Thank you. We'll get to them, but thank you, Las Vegas Raiders. Matt LaFleur. I'm on your ass today. So then we go into extra innings. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I can understand if you're a Toronto fan saying we shouldn't even be going to extra innings. We should be fucking world champions right now. But it's okay. Play some extra innings. You know what I mean? Still got a chance. I think it was the 10th. It was the 9th and 10th inning. Nothing happened. Well, 10th inning, nothing happens. 11th inning, I am for sure the Blue Jays are in super scoring position. Like no. Top of the 10th. A man named Will Smith, and I ain't talking about the Fresh Prince, just booms it. Like, you know, in baseball, when you hear them make contact, and then that little time between them switching the camera angles to find the ball. So I'm just watching the ball and I'm like, I don't know, that might be out of here. Because you remember the game, every time someone hit it deep, yeet, give me that. Yeet, give me that. So I'm like, man, it's out of here, but they might get it. I'm like, watching it and it's like, oh man, that thing might go. And I was like, oh shit, that thing might go. And I was like, oh no, it's gone. So then they're up 5-4, and I'm like, yo, no fucking way. Toronto just fucking blew this. So I'm thinking, I'm getting the head of the Blue Jays. Yo, mentally, they're fucked right now. They are. What do you remember what LeBron said after the game? It was either the game 4 or 5 win in that 16 NBA Finals, and he was in the locker room and he was like, "Yo, they fucked up mentally right now." I'm telling you, when that home run went out the park, I was like, "Nah, the Blue Jays might be fucked mentally." That's it. You're right there. Like you got the ring taste on your thing. You're sizing. They was in that dugout saying, "What ring would you get? Like, what finger would you get your ring on?"
100%.
Then bottom of the 11th, Mind you, Yamamoto is back out there. That's when I was like, oh nah, the Dodgers they're basically saying fuck it, we going all in.
We going all in, and they should.
Now I'm gonna tell you, like, when Yamamoto was walking up to that mound for those extra innings, I kind of knew some of the Blue Jays was shitting bricks. Except Vlad. He was probably the only one who said I can take him. Outside of that, I think some of them was. Oh no, what's my main Corey Clement? Another one, or Ernie Clement or whatever. I don't think he was too worried either. That was one of the craziest defensive plays. It's a double play to end it.
Double play to end it with Mookie.
That was a great play.
Mookie
and I like the call on that, because the guy who was calling it said, to beat the champs, you got to beat the champ.
Yeah. Hey, always good to end out on a Ric Flair quote.
To be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays. That was honestly one of the best overall series I've seen in sports, and that was honestly one of the best baseball games I've ever seen. It's just one of those where you knew one team was going to leave heartbroken and one team was going to leave elated. That's a tough one for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. So I went to a show Saturday and got home and watched the rest of it. Cal, I thought about you. Like, I was like, oh man, if he's safe, I know Kyle's going to get drunk tonight, and then it just went.
Will Smith has won the last 6 World Series. Yeah. So that's another stat. So not that Will Smith, but there's a dude named Will Smith on the last 6 World Series teams. Obviously, Will Smith was on the Dodgers this year and last year. He's on the Dodgers in 20 when they won it, and there's been some other Will Smiths in between there. So that's funny.
If I have a son, I'm going to name him Will Smith.
You guys a chance to maybe go into the majors and win a World Series.
Hey, man, I want my kid to be a pro baseball player.
Me too. I'm telling. Listen.
Dog.
Well, I got to see him as well. Honestly, if I have a son, I got to see what his. Well, we're gonna play all sports to see, but as he gets bigger and older, hopefully, we got to see where the physique lines up. Like, I'm 5'8", 5'9", 160. I'm kind of made for either. I'm made for running track. I did some wrestling. I thought that was fun. I do think there is I believe in multiverses. I believe there's a multiverse out there where I played baseball and I think I was actually mad decent.
Yeah, I can see you wearing a gold chain playing shortstop.
1,000. When I was playing slow pitch softball when I first moved here, I fucking loved that. And I did like a couple seasons. I think one time I was in the outfield and I was thinking, man, if I would have did this for a sport, this would have been the fucking life.
Dog, I tried out for wrestling in high school and I got my ass whooped for like 3 hours and I never go back. That was the longest afternoon of my life.
You know what's funny? I won a match. I wrestled in Oklahoma. I wrestled in Oklahoma because I did I did freshman year in Oklahoma when my mom was stationed there. So I wrestled there. I loved the training for it. It was exhausting, but it was real fun. And that match, I think it was I had to do like a best 2 out of 3 with this other dude because we were like the other people in the weight class didn't show up. So I had to do a best of 2 out of 3. So I won the first one, he won the second one. We'd do a rubber match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I won.
No, my homeboy, he and I were like the same weight. He was a wrestler for real. He's like, come to tryouts, I'll be there. Like, we can, like, I got you. He didn't show up. Like, he had to go somewhere else. So the dude I had to wrestle was like 100 pounds bigger than me. Mind you, I'm 250, 260. So the guy I had to wrestle was like 350.
I hope brother who was 350 took his talents to the WWE Performance Center.
He did not. He was not that athletic. He was just a big, strong country boy. That's all he was. Maybe 350 is a lot. He definitely was 320. Like, he had me by a lot. And he was not out there showing mercy. Yeah. When I left, like my homeboys outside. I
feel like if I have a son, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just thinking again.
Yeah,
if I have a son and he's like my height as he gets older and fast like I was, it's like, yo, definitely because you don't want to crush anybody's dream. Because what if he's fast, just doesn't like track and field? It's like, all right, well, if you don't like it, don't do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But on the flip side, if you don't like it, but you're really good at it,
get that scholarship. But here's the thing, though, right? You got to put in so much work. You got to like it.
Yeah, like that's how I feel. Like some days I think about like track and field. It's like I do really love that shit. Like anytime there's a meet on, I watch it. So it's like I really do love the sport. It's just not my favorite sport.
Yeah.
But like let's just say I have a son and this motherfucker is like 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and is fast.
Put a bat in his hand. He or basketball. He ain't playing football.
Or football.
Nah, man. Football's a car
But see, here's the
crash.
thing: 6'3", 6'4" in the NBA is small.
That's true. Here's the thing about football.
They're big in football.
6'3", 6'4" in football is pretty big. So can't be too big to be a corner, too big to be a linebacker, or maybe a linebacker. So they're either going to be a D end.
I think it'd be a big. I think it can be a big, fast corner or a big physical wide receiver.
What corner in the league 6'4"?
Man, there's some or safety.
What safety is 6'4"?
I think there's
Antoine Roll.
All right, now I gotta look this up.
Yeah, someone find me. Bam said I'm teaching my kid how to play sports and work in excavator. Yo, kid, that's a great idea. And Kyle said there's a Will Smith hockey player as well. He's a forward.
Okay. What are we talking about? One of your corners from last year who won a Super Bowl was 6 feet.
Yeah,
Darius Slay is 6 feet.
You said 6'4".
Antonio Hamilton Sr. is 6'4".
Who is that?
Jalen Jones is 6'2". Jalen Ramsey's 6'1".
Okay, 6'1" is not 6'4". Those are two totally different things.
All right, let's go to Stat Muse.
Yeah, find me a corner who is 6'4". Yeah, Bam said Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton might be 6'4".
All right, current NFL cornerbacks 6'4". Harrison Smith.
Okay, yeah, he's a safety for the Vikings.
No, I know. It's like, is he really?
I did not know he was that. He does not look.
They say 6'2". I don't know. 6'2".
Yeah.
Well, you know how they be lying. Yeah, I guess they be lying. So.
Yeah, they be lying, make you talk.
Let me name some names off Stat Muse. Tony Jefferson, Jordan Poyer, Darius Slay, Jimmy Ward, Quandre Diggs.
Darius Slay ain't no.
Darius Slay, I don't know. He ain't no 6'4".
He ain't no 6'4".
Yeah, some of these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because a 6'4" corner don't exist.
Jalen Mills, Eli Apple, Antonio. Eli Apple.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Keep going.
All right.
6'4". You 6'4", they're gonna put your ass on the end until you go rush the passer.
I mean, that's okay too.
6'4" might be 6'4" is a big linebacker.
I think.
How big was Ray Lewis? I don't even think Ray Lewis is 6'4".
All right, so what if my son was like, 6'4" is actually crazy. Now I'm thinking about it. I'd have to have a baby with a basketball player.
Yes, Ray Lewis is 6'1".
Yeah, let me rethink that because I probably gave a wrong.
Now 6'4" can be a massive wide receiver, 100%.
That was one of the positions I said. I said wide receiver. All right, let me back it up. Maybe not 6'4". Let's just say 5'11" to 6'1".
There you go.
5'11" to 6'1", and you fast and you strong. You know, I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead. We can line you up. Or it can be a quarterback.
Yeah.
If he was 6'4", if he's a 6'4" quarterback, buddy. Matter of fact, running back. Fuck that 6. If this motherfucker is 6'4" and fast, I'm going. Not only are you playing baseball in the spring, but you playing football in the fall.
So you
put you right on that.
You want Cam Newton? That's what you're looking for.
Or put you on that Patrick
Cam
Mahomes.
6'5". That's what you're looking for. You looking to have Cam Newton.
Cam Newton is smaller.
She gonna have to be thick. Do big people run in your family?
Define big people.
Big people, big in stature, like 6'4", 6'5".
I have a lot of. What's funny is I have a lot of cousins on my dad's side who are all tall that played some basketball.
Okay.
Well, high school basketball, but they're still like tall people. Like
okay, so it's in the realm of possibility.
My younger brother. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure both of my brothers. Well, my youngest brother is taller than me, and my youngest brother, who's a senior in high school, I'm pretty sure he's gonna probably hit another growth spurt, and he'll be taller than me. So me and my sister are probably. Which is crazy because my dad's kids, I'm the only one that was athletic. So maybe that height, the lack of height, was like a good thing.
Or maybe your kid gets the perfect blend of height and athleticism to be Cam Newton, because Cam Newton, Bam's is massive. That's a big man.
Yeah. No, if I have a kid that's 6'3", 6'4", and is fast, we get him strong. My brother, you are playing quarterback. You're gonna learn how to read these defenses.
Yes, you don't have defense gonna learn how to read you.
Bam, I was just going to say it. All right, speaking of Cam Newton, did you see Cam Newton?
Y'all gonna stop playing with that man.
Cam, you got to remember. No, actually, you can take the player out. You can take the person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person. And I think more of America needs to realize this. There are a lot of folks that you don't know came from some hood-like environments. So sometimes their reaction is like an instinctual habit based off of their environment. So sometimes when some of these people might slap the shit out you or say some shit off of some playful shit that you did, it's because they don't do that where they from.
No, from where they're from, that is a sign of disrespect.
Damn, that is a great point. He did.
And here's the thing about Cam: if he willing to wear some of the stuff that he be wearing out in public, what do you think he willing to do to you? Like, you don't wear stuff like that if you're not ready to beat somebody's ass.
Man, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because I guess Cam's probably like, who the fuck gonna say something to me?
I'm Cam Newton. Who gonna say something to me? And if they dumb enough to say something to me, this is like the third time Cam Newton had slapped somebody in public. Y'all gonna learn.
And y'all gonna stop.
In public, I'll be like, nice to meet you, sir.
And some of y'all be starting fights with people you know you're gonna lose to.
On purpose. Don't do that.
That ass whooping ain't worth it.
No, it's
and I also found out just because you civilly sue somebody for some money does not mean they actually got to pay you that money.
No, they don't. No. Y'all out here looking for a payday, you're gonna leave with a black eye and a broken jaw.
When I found out OJ really never paid that woman's money, that woman's family no money, I was like, oh, they didn't force him to? All right, OJ, you might have been a gangster for real. Oh, the video of him fighting two coaches at the same time, I remember that.
This is like the third, fourth time Cam Newton got into a public altercation. People keep thinking he's not about that life. Good luck.
Good luck. Speaking of luck, some teams needed it. It was the NFL trade deadline today at it was 1 p.m. Pacific, so 4 p.m. Eastern. As we transition into the NFL, the big trade that I threw my phone when I saw the Jets trade Sauce Gardner to the Colts for what was it? Two first round picks and Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell. You really pissed off that entire building that Rams game. Like,
that was
pissed off. That had to have been it, which is honestly, that's absolutely crazy when you think about it, because you could say the same thing about Daniel Jones and those 6 turnovers against the Steelers. Like, whatever. But Sauce Gardner is now an Indianapolis Colt for essentially a similar deal that the Packers got Micah Parsons for. They just didn't have to give up they did have to give up a player. So it's a very similar deal. So we now see that star defensive players in this league in their prime, 2 first and a player seems to be the going price. The other big one, speaking of Micah Parsons, his former team, the Dallas Cowboys, trade for linebacker Logan Wilson from the Bengals. And they also they're taking one of those first round picks that they have either from their own or from the trade with us, sending that another first round pick and what was his name? Mozzie Smith to the Jets for Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quinn Williams. If you don't know Quinn Williams, not only is he an all-pro, but if you famously remember during the draft cycle some years ago when an NFL player sneezed and blessed himself, that was Quinn Williams. And shout out to people who bless themselves when they sneeze, because I do that all the times. So, you know. What are your thoughts about the trade deadline? Obviously, there are some other ones. Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks, Jacoby Myers to the Jaguars. I think the Eagles got Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins. They also got who else? Jair Alexander, which I kind of chuckled at. The Ravens got Draymond Jones from the Titans after losing some.
I think the Chargers traded for a lineman.
Yeah, the Chargers traded from a lineman from the Saints, Brandon Penning or something like that. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the trade deadline? Big winners, big losers, what laughable parts of the trade deadline?
Well, I think if you're the Jets, right? The Jets got a bunch of first and second round picks for the next 2 years. Like, they're in position for this rebuild. So good for the Jets for noticing when they tear it down. I'll say for the Sauce deal, and the Colts going are in, Sauce has already signed his extension rights. So Sauce's new money starts next year. So you don't have to worry about signing him to a new deal. You know your cap hits. I think it's like 37. You know you're going to have to pay Daniel Jones this offseason. So like for the Colts, I like the aggressiveness of going all in. I think Sauce is rated as one of the best corners in the league by ESPN, like in regards to tight windows. Like throwing to him is throwing to a tight window. I think he's 54% of the throws his way are tight windows. So he's still got it. The Quinn Williams one.
Laughable.
If Michael was still there, this would be an amazing trade, and I'd have no issues.
But see, here's the thing that's what makes it laughable. Jerry, let me get my Southern voice on. Mr. Jones. Now, Mr. Jones. Now, I told you back in the offseason when you traded old Michael Parsons over that unless you go out and do something with these two first, I don't know why you would do that. Now, Mr. Jones, as I evaluate the trades you have made today and with the Packers, the one thing that is clearly visible, Mr. Jones, I think maybe about 2 weeks after week 1, you kind of said to yourself, I wish I would have just paid Michael and we could have been dealing with some other issues. Now, I don't know if Michael Parsons would have helped that horrendous secondary room that you got. Because here's a stat. Essentially, every quarterback that plays the Dallas Cowboys, they have by far, by golly, their best game of the season. And it is, and you ain't got to believe me. Look at the Cowboys games that they've played and their quarterbacks, and look at the stats. They're having their best games of the season against them here Cowboys. That's America's team now. And America is about defense. That's why we pay our military all that money, Mr. Jones. And your defense, they couldn't stop up. Well, I ain't going to say it not on this broadcast, but they couldn't stop something that Sean McDermott said in a team meeting. That's how bad they are. Now, Mr. Jones, you went and traded for a defensive tackle after you've already traded for a defensive tackle that you now have to pay when you could have just paid the defensive end that you had and sent the one first round pick for another defensive tackle, maybe not of the same ilk of a Quinn Williams, but something similar. And now, Mr. Jones, you got a disgruntled linebacker from the Bengals, an even worse defense. And you have a defensive tackle, all pro, that you're going to have to pay, which don't make no sense because you could have just paid Michael.
I love how you call him Michael. This might be the best bit on the show.
It could have just paid Michael. Now, I don't know if this makes the Cowboys defense that much better because I watched that game last night. And when we get into the fantasy section, I'm going to tell you why that game last night gave me one of the best feelings in the world. But I watched that game last night. Now, the only thing that was stopping Jacoby Brissett from dicing up that Cardinals defense was if Kyler Murray would have played. Because won't nobody stopping Jacoby Brissett. If he wanted to throw it, he was throwing it and he was getting it. And there was some times they was getting to the quarterback, that Cowboys defense. They was getting some sacks.
Yeah, they got a couple sacks, yeah.
But when they needed to get off the field, you know what Jacoby was doing? Dotting them up. And I don't think that's going to change much. But at least you'll be able to stop the run and stop that tushy push.
Allegedly. Maybe. Here's the thing. Jerry traded Dak because he didn't think Dak could stop the run and he didn't want to pay him. Quinn Williams' cap hit over the next 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, will be higher than Micah's cap hit for the Packers over the next 2 years.
Wait, say what?
Quinn Williams' cap hit for the next 2 years, I believe, is higher than Micah's cap hit to the Packers for the next 2 years. And that is all you need to know about Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. That's all you need to know.
You could have just paid him.
You could have just paid Micah. Then not only did you trade Micah, you turned around and paid Deron Bland, who got cooked so bad last night, his own teammate was on the sideline like, God, did you see CeeDee Lamb's reaction to Marvin Harrison cooking Deron Bland on that touchdown, go find CeeDee Lamb's reaction.
All right, you talk while I do it.
Yeah, back to the trade. That tells me all I need to know about the Cowboys. You essentially traded, what was it? Is it Micah, Mazi? Yeah, you see it? That's your highest paid corner. That's your highest paid corner. Bam, I don't care if Micah's a podcaster. Do you think Dallas fans would rather be 3-5-1 with that defense, or maybe potentially have a better record with Micah's podcast and someone who can rush the passer? Because I don't know if they still might be 3-5-1 with Micah. That is very much the case. But I'd rather be 3-5-1 with Micah than 3-5-1 without him.
And here's the other thing I would say. I believe that having a quarterback is important, Mr. Jones. But if you're going to go all in on the offensive end, your quarterback got to keep you in every one of these games. And what I have noticed, you start looking at some of them losses, as soon as they play a decent defense.
And for them, they have to score touchdowns on every single drive, and that is not sustainable.
Yeah, not at all.
That's not like the Cowboys legitimately have to score touchdowns every single drive. What's the average NFL game? 8 possessions?
Yeah, 8-9 possessions.
Yeah, like yeah, there you go. Kyle got the numbers. Micah Parsons' cap hit in 2025 is $19.2 million. Quinn Williams is $21.75 million. But for the Cowboys to be successful, I'm sorry, yeah, those are the 26 cap hits. They have to score. If you get possessions, the Cowboys have to score touchdowns on 7 of them.
It's not
sustainable. That's not sustainable. I don't even think the Colts are doing that. That's the offense in the league.
So they
can't do that. So they say. They say. But I just.
And here is the funny part. It's the funny part of this deal. So they made, and the Jets were smart about this. So the Jets have the right to the better of the Cowboys' 2 first-round picks. So they have ours, and they have ours in their own. So should the Packers go on a run, which I think that basically is like this. The Packers make the playoffs and the Cowboys don't, which is the way that looks. They get the Cowboys pick.
Correct.
Now, if the Cowboys and the Packers don't make the playoffs, which I can tell you right now, if that happens, Matt LaFleur. But if that happens, then it just depends on the better one. But here's what I do think will happen. The likelihood. The Cowboys will be a top 12 to 13 pick, and the Packers will be anywhere between
20 and 32.
Yeah, 20 and 32.
And so Kyle added some extra context. In 27, Parsons' cap hit is only $1.3 million more than Williams. So like that whole trade just contradicted everything Jerry said back in August.
Yeah, that was a trade out of pride that makes no sense from a business team standpoint. I know Stephen Jones. I know Stephen Jones probably argued him down on this. Here's the thing. I know it's fun to make fun of the Cowboys, but I like to think there are real football minds in that room that had to have said, Jerry,
what are we doing?
Like, we can figure this out. You can just never talk to him again. But we gotta pay him.
Here's the funny part. I imagine they're on the phone negotiating with the Jets, and they agree to the first round pick to the Cowboys. And I can imagine Jerry saying, you know what? I'll do you one even better. Whichever pick is the highest, I'll give it to you. Just impromptu. Like,
I hear you on that. I think the opposite. I think last night, because I don't know if you saw his
he said last night we were working on another trade.
I think I think before that game, the trade was both of our first round picks. Period. They're 2 first round. Yeah, wait.
So it ended up being a 2026 second and a 2027 first in Mozzie Smith. So they get the Cowboys second next year, and then in 2027 they get.
Oh, so it's our 20. It's our 27. Our first round pick from next.
From the Micah, because y'all gave 2 first rounders for 26 and 27, right?
Yeah.
So the 27.
Okay, so they're talking about the 27 one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now think about that. Now I'm one of the rooms. I'm in that Cowboys room, and I'm somebody not named Jerry Jones, and I'm saying, okay, if we trade them Micah Parsons right now, they're either going to, if they don't win it this year, they'll clean house, keep that same roster. They'll be damn close next year.
Yep. Insane. Just as much as I love to hate on the Cowboys fans, I'd be so sick right now.
Here's a hypothetical. The Packers' 2 first-round picks end up at 29. Basically, 2 losses in the NFC, like losing an NFC Championship game this year and next year. The Cowboys' second-rounder next year ends up as the 42nd pick, and their first-rounder in 2027 ends up number 16. The Jets could be picking 16th next year.
Yep. And I think the Jets have another. They have 3 firsts in 2027. They have theirs. They'll have the Cowboys and the Packers, and then they'll have one from the Colts because the Colts gave up 2 ones for Sauce. So the Jets got 3 first-round picks in 27.
I feel like the Jets scouting department went to some games, some college games.
Oh yeah,
and they said we got to get this guy, and he comes out in this year. We got to make sure we have the ammunition to go get him if we need him.
Because who are the quarterbacks this year? It's not going to be Arch. Arch ain't going nowhere.
I think the guy Mendoza from Indiana.
The kid from South Carolina.
No.
He was at the beginning of the year. So
that's Anthony Richardson. That's the next Anthony Richardson. He should go back to school.
Like who's coming out this year?
Honestly, I don't know. But
what about the kid from Ohio State?
I think he's young.
Or you put yourself in position to get Jeremiah Smith.
That's 27. That's when he comes out. So,
The Jets.
What else you think about that game last night before we go into the rest of Week 9 in the NFL?
I love how Troy Aikman. The thing I love about Troy Aikman, when he broadcasting the game in Dallas, he gonna shit on Dallas as much as humanly possible. He not gonna hold his tongue. He gonna say what he got to say.
Probably because I feel like Troy really loves the Cowboys and is sick of how once he left, that franchise just went inept fast.
Did you hear the comment? Well, I didn't watch the game because ESPN is not on YouTube TV, but I saw the part where I guess the Cowboys got stopped on 4th down, and Troy was like, "Yeah, I bet you the Cowboys don't want to make that trade now." Jerry was talking about or something like that, like.
Oh wait, hold on. I got. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got this real quick.
Just nasty work, man. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, Dallas fans. Fuck y'all. This is what y'all deserve. But I'd be livid. There we go.
Jerry Jones made some news earlier today on SiriusXM, the Stephen A. Smith Show. We certainly have made a trade, and we may make a couple more trades before that deadline. We've made 1. We possibly could make 2 more. He's got a lot out there, but not willing to name what the trade was.
Look at him.
That'll come out tomorrow.
Yeah, he may want to cancel that trade. I don't think one player is going to make a difference for this group.
Here's a handoff again to DeMarcado. He's able to bounce off the pile and get a first down over the right side. And in Jerry's defense, I mean, he said as much himself. I mean, he said that a week or so ago with regard to his own defense. There have been so many players, whether it's Trey Hendrickson or somebody else that's been linked.
What you got to say,
he
Troy?
said, I don't think one player is going to make a difference. They're beyond that right now defensively.
There's no question. I mean, if you're talking about Trey Hendrickson, he was on this defense last year in Cincinnati. I mean, that was the equivalent of what we're watching here tonight. And he couldn't change their fortunes.
Nah. Why he sitting that shot at Trey Hendrickson like that? It's like, that brother was on a just as bad defense last year. That shit ain't helping. What the fuck are we talking about? Oh, Troy, look, because you know what? I bet you Troy feels like, yo, I could have a few more rings if this motherfucker's pride didn't get in the way of breaking up some good teams.
Dog, every time Troy Aikman broadcasts a game, for some reason, he never in the suit jacket. Like, Joe Buck, he always dressed in and Troy
Booted.
he's sweating through it. He got on his tie. Like, what's going on in the booth? Why he's so hot?
Listen, but I'm noticing a lot more of these, a few more of these little broadcasters. They're doing like the dress shirt and the blazer, maybe not too fancy.
So you know who always? Mike Tirico always dressed in that.
Well, he's a white man.
No, he is Italian.
Yo, Mike Tirico, stop saying that bullshit, man. Stop saying that bullshit.
He said he Italian.
No, Mike Tirico,
brother, you laugh.
I don't get you know what? I don't get them type of skin folk of us. Like you just gotta look at him as like, no, you're not.
It's Magic Johnson has AIDS, and then it's Mike Tirico calling himself Italian. The two.
Oh, and Donald Sterling is somewhere laughing his racist ass off at Steve Ballmer right now.
You stole my team from me.
I just said racist shit. This motherfucker is actually doing illegal shit.
He out here circumventing the salary cap. All I did was say Magic Johnson had AIDS.
Oh yeah, all I did was say Magic Johnson. Oh, Pablo Torre. Let's talk about another team who shouldn't be talking. The Green Bay Packers. It's so funny because you remember what I was saying last week. I said, you know what? This is the game that Green Bay. It's one of them games for Green Bay that it's gonna piss me off. I knew midway through the first quarter what type of Packers game this is going to be. I know this is the NFL. I know everybody who you see on Sunday, they get paid to play, and at some point, most of the 53 men that you see on the field on Sundays, most of them were the best football player in their state or on their team at some point.
Yep.
Okay. I get that.
Can we put a pin in that? That is the reason why no college team will ever beat an NFL team. Proceed.
Yes, I hate that argument too. But man, if you call yourselves contenders, if you have this mindset when you have this much talent across so many positions minus corner, I am so confused how you can do shit like go to Pittsburgh and come back against a really good defense or a better defense, one of the highest paid defenses in the league. Come home to play Carolina and play down like that. It was the Browns game all over again. I want to let everybody know the Packers are 9 points away from being undefeated.
Who told you last week the Packers were going to lose?
You did. Now, Grant, I kind of felt like my sentiment was, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm going to take my team.
It was. You were very like, that wasn't a shock to you at all.
No. Matter of fact, when Bryce got the ball, when Bryce got the ball back to drive, as soon as they were lining up for the first play of that drive, I said, "Oh, he's going to get them in field goal position." And this is Joe Flacco versus the Browns. Oh, Kyle says he's pretty sure the Panthers defense is better than the Steelers this year. Hey, that means Panthers might be a very good football team.
I mean, Panthers have the same record as the Chiefs.
That too.
I think
5-4.
Will the Panthers make the playoffs? Legit question. Probably not, but legit question.
No. They'll be like that 9-17 that everyone's like, "Oh, watch out for the Panthers, they're coming." And then next year they,
win. Oh yeah, they'll be the Bears. Like they'll be this. Yes.
Yeah. It's man, the Packers are such a frustrating team. Like I get it. Any given Sunday, anyone can beat you, but like, have mercy. Can we put consistent product on the field week over week? One.
Can y'all put them ugly jerseys in a box forever?
Yeah, we do need to put those jerseys away. Here's the other part that kind of bugged me. So as I mentioned before, the Packers are 9 points away from being undefeated. We lost to the Browns by 3.
Mm-hmm.
We tied with the Cowboys. If we make an extra point or a kick in that game like we're supposed to, we win that game. And then we lose to 3 to the Panthers. So what's telling me is when it's time to get up for a good team, we do. which lets me know this game on Monday night probably gonna be a close one for no fucking reason. Two good teams.
I was gonna say, I think Monday's gonna be Jordan. I think Jordan Love will be on his shit Monday. Like
it's gonna like that shit. I've been noticing it since last year. They kind of play up to really good teams and play down to not so good teams. Sunday, to Kyle's point, after that Cleveland game, it's like, Kyle said bad vibes every time the Green Bay Packers don't wear green at home.
Interesting.
Wait, did we lose? We didn't lose to the Browns at home, did we?
No, but he's saying when you don't play in the home greens at home, usually bad vibes when you guys don't wear your green unis at home.
Yeah. We should.
Well, you'll probably wear them on Sunday.
Let me tell you something. I can tell you, I feel like the only alternate uniform we'll be wearing for the rest of the season is the all white ones. Outside of that, we should be wearing our normal jerseys. We should be doing that anyway. But whatever. The Packers are just such a frustrated team. I know come Monday night, we're going to play the Eagles very close.
Yep.
I'm expecting
you might even win.
I mean, I'm picking us to win. I think we're going to win. I mean,
oh, yeah, you're a Packers fan.
Yeah,
I'm picking the Eagles to win.
Yeah, no, I definitely think the Packers are going to win. It's just like what type of game is this going to be? Is this going to be one of them games where like we just come out and punch the Eagles in the mouth, or it's going to be a game where everyone's exchanging blows, a good football game, or the Eagles are going to come out and are the Eagles going to come out, get a touchdown on the opening drive of the game, and then we're going to get the ball on our first possession and do some dumb shit like, Jordan Love, I'm either call you Brett Love or Jordan Favre because the bull should have had like 3 picks. The one pick that he actually threw, one of the worst picks I've ever seen. Yeah. There was one that got called back. Soon as he left his arm, I said, "Now where the hell is he throwing that bullshit?"
He looked like 21 Carson Wentz. Like that pick he threw when no one was over there. I was like, God damn it! Is that
I'm sitting there like, no. I think everybody collectively in the stadium was like, "Who are you throwing this to?"
Like that's some Carson Wentz bullshit that we watch.
Hey, you haven't been watching like a college or NFL game? A quarterback throw a bad pick, and everyone, it sounds like a boo, but I think they're really saying, "Who are you throwing it to?"
And the best part is when the broadcast gives you the all 22 look, and like, who the fuck over there? That's the worst part. The all 22 look.
Jordan Love threw that pick, and I'm literally just watching it. I'm just like, where the fuck is he throwing that? I'm like,
there's not a miscommunication in the world where you throw into a part of the field where no one's at, and you didn't.
Like you throw the ball this way, the receiver's running this way. It's like, all right,
you didn't even
what? Yeah, like what? Like
you didn't even look before you let that thing go.
Listen, only person worse than that, some of them Jordan Love picks, my boy Daniel Jones came back down to earth last week. Now,
the week I needed him.
I know. So the Colts traveled to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. I think everybody that knew football and did not root for the Steelers were like, yeah, the Colts are about to go in there and handle it. Well, did you know that it was the reunion of the 2005 championship team?
Oh, no. So James Harrison was there. No. Jerome Bettis was there.
Jerome Bettis, Bill Cowher, Ben Roethlisberger. Them boys was there.
Oh, okay. Oh, was Troy there? Palomalu?
Might have been. I don't know.
Say less. If he was there, that's all I need to hear.
So some tells me that pregame speech was probably something like,
"Don't embarrass us.
Don't fucking embarrass. Don't. We got legends in here. Y'all don't go out here and fuck around."
Hey, dog. Shout out Jerome Bettis. He gave every fat boy hope.
He let him. Hey, you can be a running back too, brother.
Yeah, he gave every fat man hope.
Who had more hope, fat men or Bengals fans on Sunday?
Fat men. Fat men.
I'm watching. Listen,
every Sunday.
I'm watching the Bengals and the Bears. The Bears go up now. I'm like, damn, man, the Bears don't look bad. I like what I'm seeing from Caleb Williams. But I'm also saying, Jesus Christ, Cincy, this defense is putrid. Like, what is going on? And then, sure enough, here comes Joey Flacco throwing them boys right back into the game. T. Higgins going off. And then I see that onside kick, and they recover it, and I literally said, oh, they mentally fucked. They about to score this football. And I said, no, because they went for 2 and got it. Then I was like, oh, they're going to get this onside kick. They got it. As soon as they got the onside kick back, I said, oh, they're going to score and win. Boom. Next thing you know, they scoring and winning. And I'm like, all right, look at the Bengals. Like, look at the Bengals. They're fighting. They're trying to give Joe Burrow a reason to come back. And 20 seconds later, yo, what's crazy is even if they make that tackle on Colston Loveland right there, I don't think Cairo Santos misses that kick.
He doesn't. The fact that that pass was completed was all that needed to happen.
Yep. He bounced off. There are 3 people there to make the tackle, not a 1. He just runs over, and he's a tight end. So y'all let the all right.
Look, I understand Jamar and Chase. I mean, Jamar Chase and Chase Brown. Like, I understand the fact that the fact that he said that on camera, I can't imagine what he said.
He was like, get one fucking stop.
Like, Jamar got caught candid coming off the field. All right, man. But Chase Brown looked that camera dead in the eye.
Did they find him or something?
I'm sure they did. You can't do that.
Yes, sir.
You can't talk about one side of the ball like that. Because if anyone on that offense ain't got nothing, shouldn't be saying anything, is Chase Brown after the season he's given us.
Hold on.
If he hasn't got fined, he'll get fined very soon.
Let's see if he got fined. No, but he did get fined. He did get fined. What was it? He did get fined last year for jumping into the famed Salvation. Oh, I remember that game. Bengals, Cowboys. It was Monday night. Jamar Chase goes crazy. Chase Brown jumps into the Salvation.
Oh, that's the one when Devontae Smith. You remember he put on the ski mask and robbed it.
Yeah. So believe it or not, he was fined. He appealed it and won. So fun fact.
It's good for him. But he won't get fined for this from the team.
No, I don't think he will. Let me tell you something. I think the state of that Bengals locker room is bad.
The fact that Zach Taylor's going to be fired because he can't hire a competent defensive coordinator it's not funny. It's just ironic because his side of the ball is doing just fine. If you score 41 points in the NFL game,
you should win that game
and rather comfortably.
What's funny is Zach Taylor's probably going to get fired at the end of the year, right? I think we both know that.
Yeah.
Someone that knows ball is going to hire him as an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And wherever he goes, actually, put it like this. Zach Taylor is going to get fired. And if whoever's the head coach of the Titans is smart, that's their new offensive coordinator.
Yes. Or the Jets, because they're going to give Aaron Glenn the boot.
No.
You don't think so? I hope not.
I think what Aaron Glenn is saying, hey, I was a part of Detroit where that first year was really rough. And we were, I mean, they were basically the same sort of trajectory. And whatever in his first year, finally got a win, was real emotional. Listen, I think after that one, Aaron Glenn probably went to the front office and said, look, all right, maybe we call this year a wash as we're trying to instill our culture, but we're not going to be able to make any headwaves or any churn of this roster unless we start overhauling it.
Speaking of Detroit, how happy were you to see them lose to the Vikings?
Oh, best case scenario for the Packers losing was that Detroit also lost. So now, the North is getting tight, and it's we got a dog fight.
Hey man,
we got a dog fight.
Woke up Monday morning, top seed in the NFC. Jalen Phillips. It was best bye week I've ever had.
It's okay.
Best bye week ever. But now it gets tough because it's Packers, Lions, Cowboys.
What? Okay, so 2 hard games and then the get right game.
Listen, that offense is still explosive. But yeah, I'm excited. Team healthy, Noah Smith back.
I wouldn't know what to really say to you if you came in here on a Monday or a Tuesday and the Eagles really lost to the Cowboys.
Oh, I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, they lost to the Giants. Who are you talking about?
They did.
They lost to the Giants.
They
took the lead to the Broncos. Like, nah.
The Giants defense is not that bad.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's average. Damn. Poor Zach Taylor. Get it together. They're gonna get it together. Hey, bam! How about those Ravens? Lamar came back. I think we all called it. Lamar came back. Whew.
If you ever wanted to talk about MVP, right? Like, what is the true definition of MVP? It's Lamar Jackson.
It was funny.
like that's night and day.
So I want to get your thoughts on this. So in one of my group chats that I'm in with Bam, one of my fantasy group chats, Bam was making a hard case that Lamar still has an argument for MVP this season.
No, he does not.
That's what I said. But
He's
he said
too many games.
He was basically like, if you look at what our most valuable player is, look at the Ravens without him and look at the Ravens with him.
100%. Bam has a case, but Bam is smart enough to know that the MVP is not. Yeah. That's not the definition. The MVP is usually the best quarterback on the 1 or the 2 seed.
So then, Drake May.
Yeah, Drake May, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor's in there, and Patrick is always in there, no matter what.
Okay, you should take Jalen Hurts out.
Why? Here's the thing about Drake May and the Patriots. Love what's going on there. They've beaten a bunch of tomato cans. Like,
Yes,
what's their win? The Bills?
The Bills.
That's it. That's their win.
On the
Everything
road.
else has been tomato cans.
The same thing's happening with the Bears.
Like this Drake May MVP talk is cute. Love that for them, but be for real.
I think Jalen's case gets hurt because people don't like watching the Eagles play football.
Which is crazy because over the 2 weeks for the bye weeks, he had a perfect pass. He's thrown for like 600 yards and like 7 touchdowns.
I know he's my fantasy quarterback, brother.
Like,
but I think the general consensus is everyone's like, all right, Eagles top 2, 3 team in the NFC. We can easily, but people got to. I think when people got to turn on y'all's games, it's like, nah, this is one of the worst watches. Easily.
You know who has more push touchdowns than Jalen Hurts this year?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, after the Bills complained all offseason about health and safety. Crazy. Fuck you, Sean McDermott, but that's okay. Because the Eagles will take care of Buffalo next month. I ain't worried about it.
Like, some franchises, particularly in one, in Wisconsin, we hold strong. We ain't doing that bullshit.
Yeah, I have done that bullshit with Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, we ain't doing it. And he's the only one.
He's gone. But
he's gone. So you ain't going to be seeing it again. Yeah, you won't see it again unless it's like the regular QB sneak. And I don't know.
Saw a lot of tush pushes this weekend, and I didn't hear any uproar about how hard it is to officiate.
Well, are you seeing tush pushes or traditional QB sneaks?
No, they were tush pushes. It was the tush push formation. It was a tush push, and I didn't hear that bullshit about it's not a football play. I didn't hear that bullshit about health and safety. I didn't hear about it's hard to officiate. When Josh Allen run it, let's go Buffalo.
But I think the difference is between the Eagles and some of them other teams.
Go ahead.
The Eagles will do run it on first down, pick up 6. Short screen pass or something like that.
Never run the touch push on first down.
No. Let me finish. They'll run the ball on first down, pick up 5 to 8. Just a little short pass, second down, maybe doesn't go anywhere, maybe gets a yard or 2. If he doesn't pick up the first down and we're in 3rd and short, you know what we're going to do? Tush pushing. Now, you do that all the way down the field, every 3rd down. By the time you get to the end zone, you do that to get into the end zone. It's like, all right, dog, what are we doing?
I'm willing to bet the Bills have run more tush pushes than the Eagles this year. The Eagles haven't run it that much this year. They haven't been in a lot of short yardage situations.
Well, good for them. That probably makes sense.
So it's all right. Jalen wins Super Bowl MVPs. We're not worried about regular season awards.
We got to get there first, and we got to keep the locker room intact. We got to keep the locker room.
We got it. AJ Brown did get traded, which he wasn't going to get traded. That's an offseason discussion.
That was a water cooler discussion. Hey, do you think the Eagles will trade AJ Brown? Like, no.
Now this offseason,
you will get 2 first. You could get 1 to 2 first rounders for AJ Brown today and in May or February. So it doesn't really matter.
Don't matter.
Things that do matter. The Broncos beat the Texans and CJ Stroud. The Chargers beat the Titans in a dogfight. And as we mentioned, the Bills beat the Chiefs. So, as you look at the AFC West, we're talking about, I guess we should. The Las Vegas Raiders played the Jags. Was that thing? I saw a tie on the way, and I was like, no, not again. Pete Carroll said we are going for the win. They lost. So
thank you, Pete. I respect it.
I respect it too. Thank you. So Matt LaFleur, you see how we do that? We play aggressive. We play to win the fucking game. You see how you did that when it was the Cardinals and you played to win the game? We got to do more of that. So when you look at the AFC West, the Broncos and the Chargers win, the Raiders and the Chiefs lose. Tell me right now, does this division run through Denver?
No, the division runs through Patrick. I'll say it again. It is Patrick's division until someone takes it from him. With that being said, listen to the Broncos' schedule for the rest of the year. The Raiders at home, the Chiefs at home, the Commanders in D.C., the Raiders in Vegas, the Packers at home, the Jags at home, the Chiefs in Kansas City, and the Chargers at home. So you got the Chiefs twice,
the Chargers, the Packers,
and the Packers. Like those are the only
and the Chargers. The Chargers are gonna play them hard. So that's
3.5 hard games.
The Chargers beat them earlier in the season, so that's 4 games. The Chargers did beat them.
Games. Okay, that's 4. Let's look at the Chiefs schedule.
They play I know they played the the Cowboys on Christmas. I mean on Thanksgiving. They play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. They got the 2 games against the Broncos. I think they got they might have played the Raiders.
Yeah, they got the Raiders of the year. So they're on the bye this week, I believe. Yep. They come back and play the Broncos, Colts, Cowboys, Texans, Chargers, Titans, Broncos, Raiders. So yeah, I feel like it's a similar schedule. The division belongs to Patrick until someone takes it from Patrick.
Yep, and I think for the Chiefs, that Colts game is going to be really big, probably for some tiebreaker reasons. So, oh man,
like I don't care what the Chiefs. I don't care the Chiefs.
If you're a Chiefs fan, would you be afraid of potentially not having a home playoff game this year?
No, because Patrick did it 2 years ago when he beat Lamar in Baltimore to go to the Super Bowl.
But he had at least one home playoff game.
I'm not. Until someone beat him.
This motherfucker really Jordan.
Yeah, until somebody beat that man in January, I'm not gonna believe it.
Last thing I'm gonna say in regards to Week 9. Not gonna hold you. I do like to clown the teams in the NFC East. I think you guys have some of the worst fan bases across all of professional sports.
Fair.
The last 2 years, I have grown a deep admiration and appreciation and love for Jayden Daniels. Not only because, I loved him at LSU. I thought he was a really good player at LSU. I drafted him in some dynasty leagues, including one that I won last night. But I think the more I just kind of read up on the guy, he's a good dude, really smart, humble kid. And that's a tough injury, man. That's a tough injury. When it happened, listen, you ever been watching one of your favorite teams play and a star player gets hurt and you like drop to your knees? Like, no, not him. Anybody but him. No, not him. I was literally like, no, please. God, no. Take my arm. I'll break it right now. Take my arm.
At least it's his non-throwing arm.
That's the silver lining. Just do your rehab. Probably take you.
But there's someone on this show who said that the Commanders were going to regress and that you can't build your team around a small quarterback.
Okay.
Hey, man, same with Jackson Dart. He gonna have to learn the hard way too.
Jayden's not small. He just got to learn how to.
He's slender. He built like Kevin Durant.
Okay. I don't mean he just slender. I don't mean he like weak. He's a little
not saying he not weak. I'm saying he not as strong as maybe some other mobile quarterbacks.
Maybe you should say thick.
I'm not saying that because I can hear you all the way across the country now with the pause.
No, he's
not as stocky as other mobile.
Yeah.
Like you know who doesn't take a lot of hits? Lamar. Lamar don't be taking no crazy ass hit because he knows. Jayden don't take it.
He got to get out of bounds.
Say what?
Now, most of the time, I've seen Jayden get down or kind of stuff like that. There have been some times, obviously, where he has taken some hits, but he gets out of bounds a good number. That's just one of those. I know everyone's like, why was he in the game that late? Yo, dog, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of football. When they start making subs like that, it's usually the winning team who wants to get their players out. The losing team, they're fighting.
And Dan Quinn said that was his last drive anyway. I'm not killing Dan Quinn the way others are killing him.
I'm not killing him either. Because here's the thing. Yo, let's just say last week, the Jets start taking Justin Fields out because they're down 17 with a couple minutes left. Like, you just don't know in the NFL. You just don't know in football. So, like, what happens if Jayden scores that touchdown, then they get a defensive touchdown the very next play off a turnover, and that's 14 points. They're right back in the game. So, I'm with Kyle. It bummed me out the rest of my Sunday night. I was just kind of looking at my looking at fantasy teams like, man, this is
it's nasty work, man. It's a nasty business.
I guess we can go straight into the from there to the pick'ems and then to fantasy. But I have Jayden Daniels in 3 leagues, 2 redraft, 1 dynasty. I'll start with my redraft league. In the redraft leagues that I have him in, my backup quarterbacks in 1 league is what's my man's name? Indiana Jones. So my backup quarterback is Daniel Jones. So I'm gonna play Daniel Jones next week because I think they're gonna bounce back. But boy, I'm already looking for another QB. And in the other redraft league I have him in, my backup quarterback was Drake May because people just left him on the board.
Good.
I'm okay there. But boy, my dynasty league, my backup quarterbacks are Spencer Rattler and Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. When's the trade deadline? What's your record in that league?
I'm like 5-4.
Okay, so you can make a trade if you want to.
I don't know if there's a trade that's going to get me a QB like I need.
They don't have to be great.
But I got Aaron Rodgers, so it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, I just need this fucker to throw touchdowns now, and they're gonna be doing that. But
Godspeed. You gonna do these pick'ems?
Oh yeah. Speaking of pick'ems, man, you had a great week last week. You literally spoke it into existence. You said, "I got to beat you by 4 games to make this." Well, actually, hold on. What's 9 plus 4? 13?
Yeah.
We got to add a loss to our record. We both took the Cowboys last week.
Yeah.
And now here we are. We are both 57, 48-1 because you went 9-4 last week and I went 5-8. So we're right back in.
I said either you gonna take the series or I need to catch up. So
you great calls on the Bears, Panthers, Patriots, Bills, and Seahawks. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Well, you didn't know Jayden Daniels. Well, the game was over before he snapped his arm. So.
Oh man. All right, let's get into it. So Thursday night football, kicking this thing off in Denver. The Raiders traveled to Denver, my brother. Tell me you think the Raiders can steal a win on a Thursday night.
The Raiders got to win at some point, but it ain't on Thursday. Not the way Geno throwing the ball with Pat Surtain running around.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Broncos on this one. I don't know if Pat Surtain's back yet, but I do think this Broncos defense is going to shut down some stuff. Now, I don't know if you saw on that 2-point conversion, somebody asked Geno, like, what was he looking at when he saw that throw? Something. And he was like, that's football, brother. Geno, count your days, brother.
He's talking like Jameis Winston now.
Yeah, count your days, brother.
He's talking like Jameis. Jesus.
2 teams that took bad losses now get to think about how they're going to turn around in Berlin. The NFL Berlin game, Falcons-Colts.
I wouldn't pick the Falcons on U.S. soil. I damn sure not going to pick them on foreign soil. Give me the Colts.
Oh, man.
Go ahead and talk yourself. Go ahead and fall into that trap. Talk yourself into Michael Penix.
I'm going to take the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts.
Yeah,
listen, let me tell you something. Sunday, we're going to revisit. I think Atlanta may have had one of the worst off seasons ever. That year, they both drafted Michael Penix Jr. and paid Kirk Cousins because both might have been terrible decisions. Kurt is old and can't move around in the pocket. Michael Penix. All right. I'm going to say something.
Oh, buddy.
Michael Penix better be lucky that there are quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love. Because Michael Penix, he might be the reason they say, y'all cannot play this position.
Michael Penix going to bring back Jim Crow.
Michael Penix going to bring back that. Now, I just don't know if anybody.
If they smart enough.
I don't know if anybody but a Watt can quarterback a football team. I don't know if they're smart enough. Yo, do you know the Patriots did some shit where they was like clapping to simulate his snap count, and they snapped the ball, and he thought there would be a penalty?
Well, that is the penalty. You can't, as a defense, you can't do that to an offense. That's crazy. I did not know that. Yeah, that's a penalty on the. You can't. That's why you don't hear defensive linemen calling out cadences. You can't do that. That's crazy. Nah, that's fucked up.
Have you seen some Falcons games recently this season?
I've seen a lot of Falcons games in my life, and they all end the same.
No, I'm talking about, have you seen Michael Penix play this year?
Yes.
Michael Penix better be lucky Drake London is on his team, because Drake London's making him look incredible. Hey, Drake London, dog.
Drake London won me. We'll talk about it in fantasy.
Drake London, dog. Drake London, I know he's just wishing for a little bit better QB play. I know he's trying.
Let that be a lesson, AJ. You can get all the stats in the world and lose.
You can. Yes, Bam. He might be. I mean, he listen.
Amen.
Now here's a game that I think on paper one team should win, but I'm gonna let you know right now. I fully think the Giants are going to beat the Bears.
I thought so too. I was going to pick the Giants.
I'm picking the Giants for sure.
I was going to pick the Giants. Well, we got to go different somewhere. Give me the Bears. Because
here's the thing.
I want to pick the Giants.
All right, that game on Sunday, the Bengals won it. I mean, the Bears won it. Good for them. How the fuck you blow that type of lead and that fast? How you collapse like that? Yo, for it. Now, Caleb Williams, listen, somewhere I know there have been some days Ben Johnson has went home and just said, I had fucking Jared Goff. I had fucking Jared Goff.
Who would have thought?
I had fucking Jared Goff, man.
Who would have thought someone would have uttered that?
Man.
I kind of want to pick the Giants, too. I'm going to stick with the Bears, though.
You think the Dolphins can hold up against the Bills in South Florida?
We can go ahead and breeze by that one.
I'm going to take the Bills. Here's the thing. This is the type of game. That game on Sunday is the type of game that'll make the Bills go down to South Florida and completely shit the bed.
1,000%.
Matter of fact, I feel like the Dolphins beat the Bills last year.
Are you changing your pick?
Hold on.
If Josh Allen is the MVP, the streets want me to believe he is. Man, this Hawks game is boring.
Oh my gosh. All right. Bills. All right. So, not only am I wrong, I'm super wrong. Yuck.
Oh, they got throttled.
All right. So Sunday of November 3rd, 2024. We all know the Buffalo Bills. They beat them earlier this year. When they played in Buffalo last year, the Dolphins lost 27-30. And when they played in Miami last year, the Dolphins lost 31-10. So I'm wrong. I'm definitely going with the Bills now. Here's one that's going to get either ugly or funny. Ravens versus Vikings.
Give me the Ravens because J.J. McCarthy, the biggest fraud in the NFL right now. Like, he's going to make the Ravens defense look good.
My Ravens defense is not good, but it got better last week. They're starting to get some people back.
Like, Kyle Hamilton is going to have JJ in the chokehold.
But Brian Flores' defense might really get after Lamar Jackson.
They might, but
listen, I'm going to take the Vikings on this one. I'm actually going to take the Vikings on this one. I don't like it because I don't like the Vikings. I'm not going to bet against Lamar. You fucking kidding me? Give me Lamar. I'm not betting against black QBs after that thing. Now after that tirade, I just went about Michael Penix Jr. You think I'm picking the white man?
You can't.
Give me Lamar Jackson. You know what? Listen, Cleveland. I'm gonna let you know now. They just traded away half the goddamn team. If you can't beat the Jets,
pack it up.
Back it up. I'm going with Cleveland on this one.
Yeah, me too. Give me the Browns.
Here's a good game.
Yeah.
In Tampa. Bucks, Patriots, the Tom Brady Bowl. And I hope he's calling this game.
Bucks coming off a bye week. Todd Bowles has had extra time to plan for Drake May. Todd Bowles don't miss on young QBs. Give me the Bucks.
Ooh, yeah. I'm with you. Todd Bowles does not miss on young QBs. And I'm just looking. I know the Bucks are dealing with some injuries. But I'm just looking at this Patriots offense, and I'm saying,
who have you beaten?
I'm just looking at it and saying, all right, I know Todd Bowles is going to give you a lot of looks. He's going to get very, very aggressive in terms of the blitz packages and how he's going to heat it up. But on the offensive end, who do you like outside of Stephon Diggs, your only real man beater? I mean, they're just probably going to roll coverage his way and just blitz the house at you.
Yeah,
I like the Bucks on this one, but
and he's had an extra week. He's had a whole week.
I will say, if the Patriots are able to, run the ball, they might be on to something.
If the Patriots win this game, then we can have a discussion about Drake May. Then I'll entertain it.
I agree. Hey, Saints versus Panthers. Panthers, good football team. They just beat an even better football team.
Panthers are a good football team. Panthers are a good football team.
They are a good football team. Hey, Saints, they ain't coming marching in today, brother. They ain't coming marching in today. Do you think Jacksonville goes to Houston and gets a win?
Yes, I do, especially if C.J. Stroud is out. Give me the Jags. Jacoby Myers will be there. I don't think he'll know enough of the playbook, but, Travis Hunter's out. Brian Thomas Jr. really isn't fitting in well. Like, Jacoby Myers could go in there and get 9 targets easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I like the Texans to hold up. Give me the Texans. Give me the Texans. I think they're going to have to lean on that defense. They're going to
secondary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to speed up Trevor Lawrence. And, sometimes I'll be watching Trevor Lawrence and I just say, are you seeing the field, son? Are you seeing the whole field? Watch Trevor Lawrence play.
No.
Watch Trevor Lawrence play. He's going to throw middle of the field. Trevor Lawrence is going to throw middle of the field, or he's just going to find where Parker Washington is. That's pretty much all he does. Here's one, NFC West. So all of the NFC West is playing each other this week. Big week for the NFC West. Cardinals go to Seattle to play the Seahawks. Who do you like?
They're not beating Seattle at home.
Man.
But the Sam Darnold implosion is on the way.
It's on the way. I like the Seahawks here just because I do think they match up well against the Cardinals, but I hope everyone's ready for when Kyler gets – I think Kyler might get inserted into this game.
Oh, you think they'll bench? Because Jonathan Gannon said he's going with Jacoby.
Yeah. What you going to do when Jacoby throw 2 picks in 2 quarters?
That's fair.
And y'all down 21-7. Rams versus Niners. This is going to be a good one. I'm going to let you know, I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay, I'm going with the Niners. The Niners always give the Rams trouble. Always. And the Niners.
And I want to – what week did they play? What week did they play earlier?
Was it 2? Was it week 2?
Because it might have been –
That was the Thursday night game, wasn't it?
It was a Thursday
night games.
So it was – it might have been week 4. It was week 5. So let me – because I want to see something, because I think we might have had these same picks last time. So that was the 2nd of October. So that was probably, 198. Let's see, brother. Let's see. No. Maybe it's 199. Let me check it.
Wait to that. Kyle said that they'll be talking about Michael Penix on the Dynasty 6-pack this week. Make sure to check that out.
Oh. Wait, no. Eagles, Giants. When did the Eagles play the Giants? All right. No, I'm 1 week off. Or am I?
Yeah, why you believe that? Kyle said 49ers. Kyle's with me. The 49ers win because Shanahan always beats McVay. Always. Doesn't matter who's hurt. Doesn't matter what's going on. He somehow finds a way.
Might be on to something. Man. Man, do I really want to do that? But the Niners did just lose Michael Williams, and I don't know if they went and were aggressive enough during the trade deadline to replace him. So I'm going to stick with the Rams. With the Rams. They did. The Niners did beat them earlier, but it was only by 3. Or it was a close game. Bam, I have the ESPN package. Pause. So I watched the game with Peyton and Eli around the ESPN app last night, which I want to get your thoughts about that. How long do you think this little war is going to go on?
I think it's going to last a while. At first, I thought it was like they're not going to let a primetime NFL game slip through their fingers.
Cowboys at that.
Huh?
The Cowboys at that.
I was like, that's the deadline. Nothing's gotten done. I think this might go on a while. So,
yeah.
Like I'm thinking about it because I don't know where I'm going to watch that Eagles-Packers game next week because I'm not paying for another streaming service. I'm just not doing it, man. I'm not.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for nothing else. So either they figure this out or I'm going to be stealing.
I was talking to my parents yesterday, and I was like, you know what's funny? I'm considering just getting cable.
That's what I told my wife. I was like, we might as well just get DirecTV streaming and just have cable. Like time is a flat circle. We right back to cable. Because every time I turn around YouTube TV fighting with somebody and jacking up the price and taking shit off, I'm tired of it, man. Like I'll pay the $100 for DirecTV and know I can watch whatever I want to watch.
What's funny is, go ahead.
No, I know DirecTV streaming. You get ESPN, Hulu, and Disney Plus. Like it's all included.
I think this may be one of those arguments where everyone loses. I don't think. Yes. I think YouTube TV. I think is going to have a lot of canceled subscriptions pretty soon. Listen. If you are willing to not show a Cowboys Monday night game, okay, that lets me know y'all dug in.
Y'all serious.
If you would skip a Cowboys Monday night game, I know y'all. If that was a Wednesday night Lakers versus Warriors game and LeBron was playing, Steph, y'all would do that.
Yeah. Like if you let the Cowboys is
top tier NFL viewership, everyone knows it. Like, I think this is going to rub. I think this beef is going to rub so many people the wrong way towards both of them. Like, people will be like, "Fuck YouTube TV" and "fuck you."
Yeah, the consumers lose. We lose every time and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm. And I think YouTube says it. If they have to up the prices, they gotta. I mean, if they agree to Disney's terms, they gotta up the prices. If they up the prices again, they know it. Yo, YouTube TV. I remember what it was when I first got it to what it is now. Let it go up again. Let it
go up again. Let that motherfucker up a penny.
Because I'll find a way to watch Red Zone.
I'll cancel all this shit.
All of it.
I'd rather give DirecTV $105 and not have to deal with this foolishness than give YouTube TV $95 and every other month I'm getting an email.
Yep.
Oh, we pulling this because of this. Fuck, I ain't got time. We ain't doing that. We not doing that.
And I'm pointing at my internet. I got Xfinity. I got Xfinity. Man, they'll give me a little package. They'll give me a basic package with a little sports. All right, man, stop playing.
Play with me.
Stop playing. Rematch of that crazy game in Detroit last year, just without Jayden Daniels. Lions versus Commanders.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Start every offensive line player on the planet. The Commanders defense is not good anyway.
And the Lions got pumped.
Start J-Mo, start Jameer, start Montgomery, start Amon-Ra, start Laporta, start Jared Goff, start all of them. Every last one of them.
You know what I don't like about the Lions? They're front runners.
100%. If you can get pressure on Jared before, you stand a chance. The Commanders can't get pressure with 11. They don't.
No, I don't even mean front runners in terms of. Look, when the Lions doing all that offensive shit, you start seeing the Amon-Ra, St. Brown headstands, funny little celebrations, this, that, and the third. Once you punch these boys in the mouth a little bit early, just let them know this ain't one of them. Just punk them early. You know what happens? You just see the walls start closing in. That's what happened in that game against the Vikings. The Vikings just punched them in the mouth early, got some turnovers, got them off the field on third down. And next thing you know, you just letting them hang around. And next thing you know, Vikings win. Listen, the Vikings did what the Vikings did to the Lions, what the Packers did to the Lions week 1. We just gonna line up, punch you in the mouth early in this game. And let you know that cute shit y'all we're gonna take all that cute shit out, but put y'all in the mouth early. All them trick plays, flea flickers, we dead in that. Play football.
Get out of my face. 100%.
So it's cool. I like the Lions for like fantasy purposes, but I don't know, man. Have you noticed this is a Sunday night football game every year? Steelers versus Chargers.
Yeah, and it needs to stop.
I feel like there has to be like a reason.
Who the fuck want to watch this? Not me.
It has to be like a viewership reason. Same way we always get at least one Eagles Cowboys Sunday night game a year, one Giants Cowboys. That. Like there has to be a reason. Year in and year out.
We need yearly propaganda of Chris Collinsworth glazing Justin Herbert for the masses.
You think that's what it is?
This has got to be Justin Herbert propaganda.
It might be. Like I think at least for the last 10 to 15 years, we have gotten the Steelers versus Chargers. Can I research this?
Yeah, why do
the Steelers?
No.
Go ahead.
That man is going to do this. I know we don't talk a lot of politics on here, but that man, Dami, man, he about to win. In New York.
Oh, he about to win the mayorship?
Yeah, he about to win. But when's the last time that we did not have Chargers Steelers primetime game?
Was the
because I feel like you're right, but yeah, we need a Chris Collinsworth glazing session at least once a year.
Let's see. I can't find it.
Kyle.
Can't find it. Kyle might be able to find it. They're always in Sunday night. All right. Steelers versus Chargers. Who you like?
Give me the Chargers.
Really?
Give me the Chargers.
Aren't
Aren't they coming off their bye week 2?
No, they played the Titans last week.
They played the Titans last week, and they barely won. Yeah, give me the Chargers.
Chargers got a lot of offensive line woes. That's why they made the trade today. I'm actually going to go with the Steelers. Steelers beat the Chargers last year pretty comfortably, so I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. I think the Steelers are going to get back on track. The Steelers, they have to keep pace to try to keep Baltimore at bay, but I know a lot of Ravens fans are going to be hoping the Chargers win this game, and then, boy, that AFC North gets, especially if the Ravens beat the Vikings and the Steelers lose, brother, that AFC North gets crazy fast. And I will tell you this, bold prediction. If the Steelers, after how they started those first 5 or 6 games, end up letting the Ravens come back and win that division and ultimately either lose a road playoff game or don't make the playoffs at all, I think it's over. I think it's
buddy.
Yeah.
Get your black ass out of here.
Yeah. Because I'd be and come on, man. We don't even talk about Monday night. You know where I'm standing. You know how I feel. I know how you feel. Like, you know what I mean? Go Pack, go. I do think I really do think this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be 2 really good teams. I think the Packers are going to be really pissed off about that last game. And I think the Eagles are going to be pretty juiced up with some of the new additions that they have.
And they're healthy.
And they're healthy.
They are healthy.
It'll be in Lambeau. All right, there we go.
Okay, so
the Steelers played the Chargers in Week 4 last year, so that's the game I'm talking about, and it was Sunday afternoon, not in prime time. All right, so they don't always play.
So was that the game of the week then? I guess the CBS game of the week.
Yeah. I just think this Monday night game to the Eagles and Packers it's going to be big, and it's going to be so big for NFC standings. All of the NFC will be watching that game.
Now, and here's what I'll say.
Go ahead.
For the Eagles, I still think the Eagles may, even if the Packers win this game, the Eagles have the 3rd hardest schedule for the rest of the year, so I'll take that back. I was going to say, because the Eagles have a 3-game win in the division, so the division is not over, but it's almost over, so I'm not too concerned.
Okay. Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that. As someone whose team is in a division with 3 other competent teams, don't sit here and give me they might be able to come back and win our division. You got one team with no defense. You got one team with no defense, another team that plays in MetLife, and then another team with no QB. What are we talking about?
All I know is it's not that those teams are bad, it's that the Eagles have a hard schedule. There's a world where they lose to the Packers, they lose to Detroit, and then beat the Cowboys and go 1-2 in that stretch. And they still have to play the Bears on Black Friday. They still have to go to Buffalo. They got the Commanders twice, so that's nice. And then they got Vegas in LA, the Chargers. But this is the meat of their schedule. This is the hard part.
Damn, honestly, you're not wrong.
Yeah, everyone sells out the Chargers stadium. The Eagles play in LA on Monday night in a month. It's going to be green.
Yeah, the only way the Chargers can sell is listen. Let's make and Kyle, I want your thoughts here, Kyle. Would you rather Jalen Hurts beat you with his arm or worry about Saquon?
LOL. What a crazy question. Y'all learn. Don't worry about it.
You want to go through these college pick'ems really quick?
Yeah, we can do that.
We can end with fantasy. All right. Another we had a pretty close week last week. I beat you by a game, so I still have a 3-game lead, so I'm 64-45, you're 61-48. 11 games this week. We got some good matchups. One that's going to be important for the college football playoff rankings, which I believe came out earlier, so we'll be able to really dive into this next year once
Before that, are you excited for James Franklin?
What do you mean?
He's the new coach at Virginia Tech.
What are you talking about?
That was announced earlier today.
No, it wasn't.
Did I get fooled?
What are you talking about?
Oh, never mind. He's the favorite.
Yeah.
He's the favorite. Okay.
I don't want James Franklin nowhere near my program.
Sorry.
Nowhere near. All right, but starting off in the American, this is a big game in terms of the group of 5 and that essentially what a lot of people are calling that 12 seed. Tulane is 6-2. Memphis is ranked 22. They had a good win last week. And Kyle, who let us know that the Canadian Football League playoffs have started. In the East semifinals, the Montreal Alouettes beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 42-33. Montreal actually led the game 25-6 at halftime, and so Winnipeg made it a game in the second half.
I don't want to read it because I don't know how to say Alouette. Thank you.
Memphis or Tulane? Memphis is at home.
Give me Memphis. That Tulane coach is going to start thinking about some of these jobs he about to get.
I like Memphis too, but I will say I like JMU to actually be the 12th seed in the playoff. I think 2 Virginia teams might be able to get in. Indiana versus Penn State.
Indiana.
Listen, Kurt Signet won me over. He said we don't just beat top 25 teams, we beat the shit out of them. Let's go.
We're boys from JMU.
The boys from JMU. Listen, BYU, Texas Tech, 8 versus 9. This is a pseudo playoff game, and they might see each other in the Big 12 championship. Go ahead.
Give me BYU.
I'm gonna go Texas Tech. They're at home. BYU, they've been barely beating people. Barely beating people. I like Texas Tech in this one. Number 3, Texas A&M goes on the road to number 19, Missouri.
Give me A&M.
All right. Man, Marcel Reed's a really good quarterback, man. I like him. I like this A&M team. I'm with you. I like Texas A&M to go into Mizzou and get a big win. But boy, if they lose this one, the SEC is going to get some teams in. They're getting at least 3 to 4 teams in.
Yes, they're going to make a quarter of the playoff.
And I think the Big Ten will get. Depends on how Oregon finishes. Could be Ohio State, Oregon, Indiana. 4 SEC teams, a Big 12 team,
ACC.
An ACC team. So how many is that? 4, 7, 8, 9. So a group of 5. That's 10. Notre Dame, 11. And then I don't know who this last team.
JMU.
No, that's the group of 5 team.
So then what about Memphis or Tulane then?
No, it's only one group of 5.
So, it's only one group of 5.
That would be JMU.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to figure out who is the other Power 4 school that I have,
that's going to get in.
Big 10 school or a 5th SEC school or a second Big 12 or ACC school. I think you have the chance of getting a 5th SEC school before another Big 12 or ACC school.
Yes.
Hilarious. It will be anarchy, but whatever. Speaking of which, this is a really big game in the Big 10. Oregon goes on the road to Iowa, 6-2, and Iowa's been playing people really tough. Iowa's a tough place to play.
Give me Oregon, but close.
I'm up 3 games. I'm going to use 1. I like Iowa to hold down home field advantage. Yeah.
I like it.
Here's one. Duke versus UConn in football, and they both actually have decent records.
Give me Duke. I will never. Last time UConn football was good, Dan Orlovsky was there.
I put this on here, but I knew who I was taking. All right. Now, after they went and sent this brother Brian Kelly with his bags out that parking lot and recorded it, do you think LSU walks into Tuscaloosa and beats Alabama?
Fuck no. I wish we had. I know we got to go. I wish we had more time to talk about this LSU coaching search because, buddy, the governor has inserted himself.
Yo, damn it! I knew we should have started with that. Yo, do you know what I think happened? Because LSU's a state school, so when they got to talk about that buyout, they had to come up to him, and he said, "We got to pay him how much?" He was probably, He basically said, "Yeah, no, this AD, he won't be picking a fucking quarter. He ain't picking a coach again."
He said that AD is the same man who got that job for Jimbo Fisher and that buyout. He got Brian Kelly. This hell no. He said all these big coaches have the same agent. They ain't running that shit on me.
Not running on me. Nope. We're gonna find a different way to give y'all these contracts. If you win, you'll get paid.
Boy, just go hire Ed Orgeron.
Bomani Jones did the same thing. San Diego State, who's 7-1, 6.5 point favorites, going to Hawaii, who's 6-3.
Give me Hawaii. Hawaii has low key. Too bad all their games start at 10:30 p.m. on the East Coast, but Hawaii has been good this year. College football is good when Hawaii is good.
Oh, that's San Jose State. I was thinking of. I'm gonna go San Diego State. I'm gonna go San Diego State to win this one. Here's one. Wake travels to Charlottesville. UVA, they're asking to lose a game. They are asking to lose a game.
They are. But it won't be this week. Wahoo wah. Give me the Who's.
It's been like 3 or 4 straight weeks where I always pick the opposite team and they keep winning.
Wait, go ahead and pick Wake Forest if you want to.
Give me Wake Forest one this one. I'm not picking no who. Honestly, this game usually is one of the biggest games in the ACC. Now it's all right, one of y'all might not make it to the locker room after this one. FSU 4-4, Clemson 3-5, 2.5-point favorites at home. Come on, you believe in Dabo?
Yeah, I believe in Dabo on this one.
I believe in Dabo too. Clemson is really, really good. Like Clemson, I'm not really good. Clemson's a good team. Dabo, you got to embrace the transfer board, brother. You got to embrace it.
You gotta
God and Jesus ain't gonna help you win football.
He's not.
All right, last one, which is really big in the ACC. Number 14, Louisville versus Cal.
Cal got to come across the country. Give me Louisville.
Did UVA and Louisville play?
Yeah, UVA won, I think. Or do they play later? I know UVA played Cal last week. Let me see when UVA plays. I think they have played, though.
No, they didn't play.
No, they didn't. So they're playing the ACC championship game.
Yeah. No, I was like, no wonder Virginia has such.
No, they played Louisville and they October 4th and they won 30-27.
Okay. So Louisville, yeah, they have to win out to. All right.
Yeah, so UVA has Wake, Duke, and Tech. That's it.
Before we get out of here, you think your boy Money Murder Morant gets traded?
Later, but not right now. But down this year, he does.
He asking for it. He hate him so much. It's
he
so
said,
obvious.
I've lost my joy. God.
Yo, whenever NBA players always do that. Whenever they get I lost my joy for the game, dog, you're getting paid millions. What the fuck? You are getting what?
Wrap it up. Send that boy to New Orleans and get it over with.
Oh yeah, that's the other part. Like, as for a trade, you might get sent some more. You might get sent to hell.
But you know who looking right now? Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge said, "Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't ship that.
Free CJ from the Wizards, but I think everyone wants you there because you fucked up with this deal. But
yes,
don't
free him.
The NBA, WNBA, they agreed to a 30-day extension of the CBA, so we'll see if they get that deal done. The last thing, yeah, they probably won't. Last thing before we get out of here, called it. Jade Cargill finally won that championship. CM Punk finally won that championship. We'll see. We'll see where we land from there. But you finally called it. I didn't think Tiffany would win, but you finally called it. Listen, fantasy, before we get out of here, how about I had my best week in fantasy since week 2, 7-2. You know how I won? So I was up 124.1, 120.4. No, I was up 124.4. Dude had 80-something points. He had 2 people to play. Take a guess at who they were.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, I'll give you one. One was Dak Prescott. The other one was a Cardinal. It was not Marvin Harrison Jr., though.
Trey McBride.
So, yeah, Dak Prescott and Trey McBride to play. Whole first half, nothing's going on. I'm like, here we go. Second half, Dak started cooking. Trey McBride scores. Now I start sweating. Deep into the fourth, so I'm 120.4 after a couple passes when Dak was trying to get it going and Trey was catching some passes. It was 120.4 to 120.1. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, if Dak all I need is Dak to complete one more pass or Trey to catch another pass, and this thing is over. Then the Cardinals pick up a couple first downs to like try to ice the game, and then they go for it on fourth down with the game on ice, and they don't get it. And so Dak has 4 opportunities to pass the ball, and I'm sitting there like, no fucking way I am about to lose on this. And you know what happened? 3 straight sacks and an interception. I won by 3 points. Let's fucking go. 2 wins this week by less than 5 points. That's fantasy football. 7-2. Now I can comfortably say out of all 9 of my teams, I only have 1 with a losing record, and that is the Las Vegas Horned Ducks. But I don't know what to say about that team at this point. No Malik Neighbors, no Mike Evans, Jacoby Myers didn't play or whatever. Ramondre Stevenson. It's okay. Yeah. So me and Bam are now tied for the worst record in the league. I will easily probably have a top 3 pick. So it is what it is.
I was 2-1, and all I gotta say is I am no longer in last place in all money redraft.
That's Bam. Bam.
Yeah.
God, that team's so bad. Jesus fucking Christ, Bam. What the fuck were you doing on draft day? No wonder Jordan's team is so good because people like Bam are in there just picking niggas.
I'm just not in last place. D, right. Where can they find you?
You can find me at Los Demix. That's at LOSDEEMIX on all social media. Follow Danny Ocean, Danny Ocean 41, right, Danny?
Yep. Speak on an _pod. We're here every single Tuesday, and we'll see you next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back next week. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your NFL week.